You just got a Kindle Scribe and want to learn a few tricks? Great. Then let's jump right in with the first tip. This tip is my personal favorite because it's both a time and money saver. You might have noticed that the pen tips that come with the Kindle Scribe are plastic, and the box includes a few spare ones. This is because they wear out and need regular replacement. For me, I had to replace mine roughly every 4 weeks or so, but this can vary, especially depending how hard you press on the screen. Sooner or later, you need to change the pen tip though. They're not overly expensive, but having to buy new ones every now and then can be a bit annoying. I decided to try something different and switch to titanium nibs. These are metal and don't wear out. I've been using one for quite some time now and haven't encountered any problems. The feeling is slightly different, a bit less like writing with a pencil, and the sound it makes on the screen is somewhat louder. But you still get that satisfying textured paper feedback. Plus, features like pressure sensitivity and tilting work just fine. I was initially worried that the metal tip might damage the screen, but those concerns were unfounded. The titanium nib hasn't left any marks on the screen whatsoever over the past couple of weeks. So here's my advice. Once you've used up the nibs that come with the Kindle Scribe, consider switching to titanium replacements. It's a good way to save money in the long run. The Kindle Scribe added some new screensavers that I personally find quite appealing. However, if you prefer to display the cover of the book you're reading instead, there's an option for that in the settings. Here's how you can set it up. Navigate to the devices options and look for the display cover setting. Once you enable this, your Kindle Scribe will show the book cover you're currently reading as a screensaver. It's important to note though that this feature only works for books. If you were last working on a notebook, it won't display that as a screensaver. The Kindle Scribe comes with built-in light sensors that can automatically adjust the screen's brightness to suit your surroundings. If you want to take advantage of this feature, you just need to enable it. To do so, head to the control center and find the option labeled Auto Brightness. Simply check the box next to it and you're all set. Additionally, there's a feature that allows you to schedule the color temperature setting of the screen. Once you turn this feature on, you have two options. You can either let the Kindle Scribe automatically adjust the color temperature based on the time of sunset and sunrise, or you can customize the times according to your preference. There's also a slider to set the color temperature level you find most comfortable. This can make reading easier on the eyes, especially at night. With the Kindle Scribe, it might make more sense than with other Kindles to set up a passcode, especially with the note-taking capabilities of the Scribe, because you can maintain a journal or store other personal or sensitive information on it. To add this extra layer of security, here's what you need to do. Head to the device's settings, select Device Options, choose the device passcode setting, and enter the PIN you want to use. Once you've set this up, you'll need to enter the passcode every time you turn on the Kindle. This means you'll lose a bit of convenience of flipping open the cover to instantly start writing. But in return, you gain an added level of security. Like many other electronic devices, the Kindle Scribe also collects usage data. However, if you prefer to opt out of this data collection, you can disable it in the settings. Here's how you do it. Go to the device's settings, select Device Options, then navigate to Advanced Options. In the Advanced Options, tap the Privacy menu item, and here you will find the option to disable personal data collection. Select Disable to deactivate it. By doing this, you can ensure that your usage data isn't being collected by the device, giving you more control over your privacy while using the Kindle Scribe. The page turn animation on the Kindle Scribe is a neat feature that adds a subtle wave-like animation to the text as you flip through pages. It's not very obvious, but it adds a nice touch to the digital reading experience if you enjoy such details. To enable this feature, you'll need to do the following. Open a book of your choice on the Kindle Scribe, Go to the reading settings within the book. In the reading settings, look for the page turn animation option and enable it. Once this is enabled, you'll notice the animation when you turn pages. It's a quick and smooth transition that changes the text on the screen, adding a bit more depth and a physical book-like feel to your digital reading experience. If you're the kind of reader who gets totally lost in a book and forgets the time, the Kindle Scribe has got your back. You can actually have the clock show up while you're reading, so you don't end up reading way past your bedtime. Here's how you do it. Open up a book and the reading settings. Next, hit More, find the option to show the clock and turn it on. The clock will pop up right at the top of the page. It's a neat little reminder so you can keep track of the time without having to stop reading. Perfect when you just can't put a book down. To make the most out of the Kindle Scribe's huge screen, you can switch to a 2-columns mode when reading a book. To do so, go to the reading settings, switch the orientation to landscape, and then select the 2-column layout. With that, you get a more paper-like view of 2 pages at once, which is another nice addition to the digital reading experience. The Kindle Scribe has a really cool feature called Vocabulary Builder, although it's a bit tucked away. It's super useful, especially if you're into learning new words. Here's how it works. Whenever you look up a word in the dictionary while reading, it adds that word to a list. Later, you can use the list with virtual flashcards to test your memory. To access the vocabulary builder, just follow these steps. Open any book on your Kindle Scribe. Look for the 3-dot menu in the options. In this menu, you'll find the vocabulary builder. Now for the flashcard part. Once you're in the vocabulary builder, tap the button at the bottom of the screen to start the flashcard test. Here, you will see the context of each word when you first looked it up. If you can't remember what the word means, you can easily flip to its definition. If you know the word and feel confident about it, you can mark it as mastered. This means it won't show up in your flashcards anymore. This feature is great for expanding your vocabulary, and it's personalized to the words you've actually encountered while reading. Plus, sorting the list by individual books is a neat way to revisit the vocabulary specific to each book you've read. In addition to the standard dictionary function on the Kindle Scribe, there's a fantastic feature called Wordwise. It's a bit hidden, but incredibly helpful for understanding difficult words. Wordwise shows brief explanations for challenging words right between the lines of your book, making it easier to understand and enjoy your reading without constantly stopping to look up words. To enable that feature, open the reading menu, switch to the More tab, and enable Wordwise. It becomes available in supported Kindle ebooks. You can activate it for a specific book by tapping the shortcut found in the bottom right corner of the screen. An additional cool feature is the ability to adjust the level of difficulty for which Wordwise shows definitions. This means you can tailor it to your understanding level, making it a super handy tool for learning new words and speeding up your reading. If you've got the premium pen option with your Kindle Scribe, you've got the added benefit of customizing the function of the shortcut button on the side of the stylus. This feature allows you to tailor your pen to better suit your usage habits. Go to the device's settings, go to pen settings, shortcut button, and select the option you want to assign. Remember, when you want to use the assign function, you need to keep pressing the button. Additionally, if you find that you are accidentally activating the shortcut button too often, there's an option to turn it off completely. On the Kindle Scribe, you have the option to export notebooks by emailing them, but sometimes you might just want to quickly save a page as an image and transfer it from the internal storage via USB. There's a handy workaround for this because that's not supported natively, so you have to take a screenshot. You can take a screenshot by tapping the top right and bottom left corners simultaneously. The screen flashes for a split second to let you know the screenshot was taken, and now you have the PNG file with the screen's content in the internal storage of the Kindle Scribe. Once the screenshot is saved in your device's internal storage, You can connect your Kindle Scribe to your computer via USB and transfer the PNG file. This method is particularly useful for quickly saving notes, sketches, or anything displayed on your screen without going through the email export process. This tip, or better yet, the function, caused a lot of controversy when the Kindle Scribe was released because it's not very intuitive. It's possible to take notes directly on PDF pages on the Kindle Scribe. However, this feature is only available for processed PDFs, not those you copy to the device via USB. So what you have to do to enable this feature is to go to the Send to Kindle website on your computer while logged into your Amazon account and upload the PDF file right there. It will send the PDF directly to the Kindle Scribe on the same Amazon account, and now you're able to take a note directly on the page. This next tip is for people who love to draw. With the help of note-taking capable PDF files like I described in the previous tip, you can use the Kindle Scribe to trace images. So you have to create a PDF file from an image you want to trace and send it to the Kindle Scribe through the Send to Kindle website, and then open it and start drawing over that page. I drew the Enterprise D from Star Trek The Next Generation this way, and once you're done, you can use the selection tool and copy the drawing to a notebook and continue with your sketch from there. So the next tip is quite an easy fix. To enhance the writing experience, you can change the position of your writing toolbar. While you can't really position the toolbar anywhere on the screen, you do have the option to switch it from the left side to the right, which can be very handy for left-handed users or for those who just prefer it on the other side. Just tap the three dots at the bottom of the toolbar and select the position to move it to the other side of the screen. If you find that the writing toolbar isn't necessary while you're reading a regular Kindle ebook on your Kindle Scribe, you have the option to hide it completely. This is especially useful if you're not in the habit of taking notes in your books and prefer a more distraction-free reading experience. Open the Options menu, tap the three dots menu on the right side, and select the Hide Writing Toolbar option from the list. No more distractions in a book from that one. With the latest software update of the Kindle Scribe, managing your notes has become more efficient, thanks to the ability to select multiple notebook pages at once. This feature is incredibly useful when you're looking to export, move, or delete multiple pages, especially when reorganizing your notes. To do that, open the Options menu inside the notebook, tap the 3x3 overview icon at the top. This opens the notebook's overview. Now tap and hold one of the pages or tap the Select button on the left side. Select the pages you want and use the desired function, or export individual pages this way. Same as with the Multiselect function, this tip works only with the latest software and is actually not a feature that is directly available on the Kindle Scribe itself, but it's incredibly useful nonetheless. When exporting a notebook, you can choose to convert the handwriting to type text. When doing so, you also have the option to attach a plain text file with the contents. But the really cool part about it is the searchable PDF. After downloading the file, you get the usual PDF file, but in this one, you can search for text and even highlight and copy portions of the handwritten text. That's really cool. Same as the previous tip, this one isn't directly related to the Kindle Scribe itself, but to the Kindle website. There's a website where you can access all of your notebooks directly from your computer's web browser. You can find the link in the description below. There's just one slight issue with it. It's not an official feature right now, and Amazon seems to be working on it on and off. So the page isn't consistently available, so don't rely on accessing your notebooks that way. In fact, right now, it's only available through a workaround, as someone on Reddit found out. Only after changing the user agent to a mobile device, you can access the site. Otherwise, it will redirect you to the Kindle Scribe's FAQ page at the moment. You can find the link in the description below. If your Kindle Scribe is connected to a Wi-Fi network, that can access the web, it will update automatically from time to time. This is important because those updates will not only fix problems, but often bring new features. In fact, the Kindle Scribe is quite a bit different from when it was launched thanks to those updates. But sometimes it can take a while to get an update because Amazon is typically rolling out new software updates over a couple of weeks. If you don't want to wait, you can simply download a new software version yourself on your computer and update it manually. You have to copy the downloaded file onto the internal storage of the Kindle Scribe, then go to the settings on the device and start the update process from the menu right here. That was it with the tips for the Kindle Scribe. Like and subscribe to not miss future tips and updates about the Kindle Scribe and also other Kindles and also other e-readers and ink tablets as well. Thanks for your time watching, have fun with the Kindle Scribe and see you in the next one.